I indicated at the top of the program, this is a two-day event, very much as the decathlon in the Olympic Games is. We're now drawing to the end, very late at night, of the first day. You're going to be seeing some very tired athletes right now. But at the moment, let's look at the standings as they are at this moment. This is on an average point per event basis. And on that basis, Peter Revson is the leader with a 10-point average, a perfect average, 2 out of 2 victories. Jim Stephan has a 5.5 average, Johnny Bench 5.2, Bob Seagren 3.5, and Rod Gilbert 3.0. The next event is weightlifting. What a tough one to end the day with. All you must do here is lift above your head any way you can and hold it. All of the athletes competing here have already successfully lifted 100 pounds as we pick this up. Now, the first lifter at 120 pounds will be Jim Stephan, the boulder. Believe it or not, Jimmy didn't have much trouble at 100 pounds, so. Okay, he's done 120. And by the way, you don't get, this is not done on a weight class basis. No matter what you weigh, you still have to lift just as much as the other fellas. Jim Stephan won the golf, remember. Got another point in tennis and is in second place on an average at this point. Now, here is the leader in the overall competition, Peter Revson. He's been in 2 events, tennis and swimming, and he's won them both. Surprising everybody. A lot of people didn't figure that the race driver would be the athlete. Peter going for 120. Many times mentioned as perhaps the most eligible bachelor in New York. Spends a lot of his time on the continent racing Formula One, the month of May in Indianapolis. And it has been said he's out to prove a point here that race drivers are athletes. Got it. He really seems to do a bit more of the mental adjustments before throwing it up, much as the star weightlifters do than the other fellas here. Peter Revson reminds you facially sometimes of Phil Hill, another great race driver, only American ever to win the World Grand Prix Championship. Jean-Claude Killy lifted 100 pounds with surprising ease. He does it again. Looks like Jean-Claude has worked with the weights before. Could be a surprise. Jean-Claude needs the points. He only has 5 in 2 events in golf and swimming. Now we go to Bob Seagren, who is expected to be very strong in the later events. He has 7 points from swimming. That's all so far. Great pole vaulter. Of course, those arms must be strong. So they are. Everybody's still in action as we move to Joe Frazier, the favorite in this event, former heavyweight champion. Joe is entirely in sorely need of points, but look at that. Look at that. Joe Frazier only has 1 point overall, so he really wants these 10. A victory is almost essential for the former heavyweight champion.
You're ready to catch it.
Now the weight has been increased to 140 pounds. In the background, the faces of the crowd, many of whom, remember, have been here since this morning, moving from one location to another by charter bus with the athletes. Now, this could be a problem. Neck muscles beginning to bulge. Nope. Okay. Jim Stephan will have to settle for a total weight of 120 pounds. But he's sure of getting a point, at least, because there are only 5 competitors here in this event. Peter Revson. Remember, a couple of years ago, he won the pole position in the Indianapolis 500, surprising all the veteran Indy drivers. He'll be most competitive this year in his McLaren car. He'll also be driving Formula One again. And again, he's the leader. He's won 2 events out of the 2 he's entered so far. race drivers of the world rooting for this lift. You got it. 140 pounds for Peter Revson. Jean-Claude Killy. At the two previous weights, he's made it look very, very simple. See if he can do it again at 140 pounds. Not too bad. He didn't hold it up there as long this time, or as easily. Jean-Claude is tired, remember. He's played golf, and he had some tough swimming races. Bob Seagren has also looked very strong. It's looked so far like Frazier, Killy, Seagren, those three. Okay, again, no problem at 140 pounds for Bob Seagren. All these faces so familiar to us from ABC's Wide World of Sports. Who would have thought we'd get them all together on one occasion like this? Heavyweight champion. Until so recently, Joe Frazier, he had a little bit of trouble with that. Seagren might have been a little looser on his lift at 140. We'll be back as we continue and try to find the winner of the weightlifting event at Superstars.